Hi guys and welcome back. So today I'm going to be showing you how to make a 4th of July cake. Let's begin. To get started on the recipe, you'll want to grab yourself a large mixing bowl, and into the mixing bowl place your butter and sugar and beat the two together for 7 to 10 minutes or until they are lighter and fluffier in colour and consistency. You'll know once you've achieved the perfect consistency, as it will look something similar to this. You can then go ahead and add in your eggs one at a time, beating well in between each addition, being careful not to scramble or split the mixture. Repeat the process until all of your eggs have been used up, not forgetting to add in your vanilla at the same time. Then you can go ahead and give the bowl a good scraping down, and this is just to incorporate any bits that may not have been fully worked in from earlier on. You can then go ahead and add in your plain flour and baking powder and mix it on a low speed just until it starts to incorporate. Then you can turn the speed up to a medium high and mix until you have a clear cake batter, not including the bits that are around the top of the bowl. You can incorporate these by giving the bowl just another good scraping down, and this is just to incorporate any bits that may not have been fully worked in from earlier on. So seeing as we want 3 different coloured cakes and you want to keep one plain, I just take the batter straight from the bowl and place it into the cake tin. This is the white layer, but you'll also want to colour some red and blue, which I will show you shortly. But just place your cake batter into the tin. I use scales for accuracy, then spread and level it out as best as you possibly can. This will just help with consistency while baking. Don't forget, while colouring your cake batter, you may find that the colours aren't as vibrant or as dark as you'd like them to be. Don't worry, remember that they do go darker once they're baked, so keep that in mind before adding extra food colouring. Then it's the same process as earlier on, just spread and level them out as best as you possibly can. Then you can go ahead and place them into the oven and bake them off. Allow them to cool completely before you use them, and then once you are ready you can level them off. So just take your cake leveler or a sharp knife and just cut off the top so there's no domes to the cake, and you should have 6 layers of cake, as you'll be halving the layers again. So this stage is optional, but to keep the cake fresh for longer, I decided to just brush over the sponges with a small amount of simple syrup, which I flavoured with some vanilla, so it just enhances that vanilla flavour. This is completely optional. But to start the assembly of the cake, grab yourself a plate, board or stand and place a small amount of buttercream into the middle. Then place your first layer of cake on top, pressing down to secure it in place. Then pipe a ring of buttercream around the outer edge of the cake, giving the centre a filling, but not as much, as you want to keep a little bit back just so you can place a jam filling in. So spread that buttercream out, then top with a generous layer of jam. With this cake I use both strawberry and blueberry to represent the red and the blue in the red, white and blue. And then you can stack your cake and just repeat the process. So you'll want to start with a red layer, buttercream and jam, followed by the vanilla layer, buttercream and jam, then your blue layer, buttercream and jam, and repeat until you have no more cake layers left. So to finish the cake off, I decided to take the remainder of the buttercream and colour it red and blue. Then just pipe rings around the cake. For me, I piped 2 rings for each amount of buttercream, and then just repeated the process until I got to the top of the cake. So I went red, blue, and the top of the cake will also be blue. And you may be thinking, well, where's the other white element going to come into it? Don't worry, I will show you that shortly. Don't forget to place a small amount of buttercream on top and just spread and level this out as best as you possibly can. You can make this smooth now, as you won't really need to later on. Then take your scraper and just smooth the cake around the edges. You may need to go around a few times, but once you've done that, remove the buttercream that's on the scraper, otherwise you'll start getting messy lines. And if you're not looking for that perfect look, that may help you. But you may also find that you have little gaps and spaces. You can fill these in with the buttercream, and just repeat the process until you have a perfect or as good as you want it looking cake. Then for the white element of the cake, I'm using a chocolate drip. This is just white chocolate spread that has been warmed in the microwave, and just a drip placed around the edge. So you've got the red, white and blue all there, so there you go. You can then go ahead and place the cake into the fridge just to allow that chocolate drip to firm up. So around 20 to 30 minutes will work fine. Then you're ready to finish the cake off. So that once your cake has had some time in the fridge, you can go ahead and place your buttercream into a piping bag. I went with just placing the 2 buttercreams into one piping bag, so you get this dual icing looking effect, which is perfect. Some are more red, some are more blue, but hey, it's a cake, nobody really cares. It's all the same flavour. You can pipe as many or as few as you'd like. I went with 8, but that's a perfect amount for me. Don't forget to fill the centre in with some of that white chocolate spread that was just lightly warmed up. Then I'm using these halo sprinkles just to add a little bit of more of the white element, and these have got stars, and so it's like representing the stars on the flag. Then top each of the rosettes with a meringue kiss, and this was just to add more height and colour and texture to the cakes, but you don't have to do this if you don't want to. Now that the cake has had a little time in the fridge to chill, you can go ahead and slice it up. You can slice as big or a smaller portion as you'd like, but as I went with 8 portions, I'm cutting 1 portion here. And as you can see, you've got the 6 layers of cake with buttercream and jam in between. It's a really, really tasty cake, and this slice could easily be shared by 2 people. But that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more from me, and I'll be back again very soon with another recipe, so join me then. In the meanwhile, don't forget to check out the description. There'll be a link from this recipe, a link to my blog, and links to all my social medias. But that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed. Bye guys.